ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Unstoppable the Dominators channel of wrestling results here in this channel. So today we have AEW Dynamite results 2-2-2-2. The only year we're going to see all those twos in a row. So, yeah. Tonight on AEW Dynamite, CM Punk finally gets his chance in his hometown of Chicago to battle MJF after weeks of trying to get his hands on the Pinnacle leader. AEW Dynamite, February 2nd, 2022 in Chicago, Illinois. Commentary team is Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur. Match number 1, we have Jon Moxley versus Wheeler Yuta with Orange Cassidy and Dan Hassan. Mox charges at Wheeler, who drop-toe holds him. Moxley shoulder tackles him, and we see some arm wrenches and escapes. Yuta hits a drop kick, but it is Moxley who takes control, and that includes a stomp to the midsection for a 2 count. Pile driver to Yuta for a near fall before locking in an STF. Mox goes for a superplex, but Yuta headbutts and connects with another drop kick. Manhattan drop, followed by a step up enziguri. Mox sees Yuta go up top and rolls to the apron. Mox hits a bulldog to Yuta on the apron. Big dive from Yuta onto Mox, and he does hit a nice bridging German suplex for a 2 count. Mox, however, comes back with a cutter and then a paradigm shift attempt. Yuta hits a angle slam and big diving splash for a near fall. Mox catches Wheeler in a sleeper and then nails a King Kong lariat. He delivers some harsh shoulder elbows and then nails a paradigm shift. 1, 2, and 3. Your winner, Jon Moxley. Post-match, a white tee Landon, Danny Bryanson, pops up in the ring and grins at Moxley. He grabs the mic and asks the crowd, "Do you guys want to see us fight?" Bryan says for a long time he wanted to see them fight too. Mox was different. He wanted to see what he had, but we've seen a new Jon Moxley. He wasn't watching him as the new AEW champion, and Danielson said he was the best AEW world champion, and if he had a little support, he think he would be still AEW champion. That's when he realized Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson shouldn't be fighting, but they should be fighting together. Bryan says there is no reason why some millennial cowboy should be a world champion. A dinosaur should be a tag team champion. Or a vlogger should be a TNT champion. Yeah. I'm not too happy with Sammy and fucking Tay Conti being together at all. Especially after the breakup of Pam and Sammy. It just shows signs of disrespect. I know that they said they're okay about it, but that's still a sign of disrespect. I'm sorry. Together, Bryan and Mox could run this place. And not just only shows disrespect, but it shows that fact that maybe with she was, listen, not Pam, but Tay Conti was all over it, Sammy Guevara all the time in his vlogs. So you think they could have done something behind the scenes of his vlogs and stuff, cheating on Pam? People say, oh, well, they didn't. Well, show respect and blah, blah, blah. You never know what they do. These wrestlers could be in bed and they probably do text each other, hey, let's meet up and do you know what together. Whatever they wanted, they could do it all together. He said, what if they took someone like Wheeler Yuta or Daniel Garcia their wings? Dante Martin, Lee Morty. What if they took on together? Even if they don't like me, they like what I'm talking about right now. He knows there is a lot to put on Moxley's plate right now. He just wants him to think about the possibilities. He wants him to think about the greatness they can create and the legacy he wants to leave. Danielson extends his hand. Mox thinks, and Danielson tells him to think about it. Back from break, we see Brandy Rhodes. She eloquates boos from Chicago, Cleveland. Chance. Out comes Dan Lambert with Men of the Year. He says Brandy needs a reality check. She can pretend Cody earned his spot in this company, and she can pretend Chief Branding Officer is a real thing, and she can pretend her Brandy from the block attitude is a real thing. He feels like a great guy in front of her. She remarks to Ethan Page that the only reason they hired him was to get to Josh Alexander. Brandy starts talking and Chicago starts shut the fuck up chants. Brandy asks if they're done. They're not. She says it's a little telling that his best fighter got knocked out by Jake Paul. Dan Lambert should spend a little more time with American Top Tits or Team. Doesn't she think all the roads should turn heel? Because the only face turn she's making is when she face down at her old job. Brandy slaps him. Lambert has a surprise for her. Paige Van Zandt. This leads to a pull-apart brawl from the locker room. Matt Hardy expresses his displeasure to Private Party, losing. Matt Hardy wants the TNT Championship from Sammy Guevara. Enter Andrade, tells Isaiah Cassidy he's going to fight Sammy for the TNT title on Friday. Andrade asks about the statue of Darby Allin. Why isn't he signed? Oh, status, I should say. Sorry. Matt says it could be a money thing. Match number 2, we have Penta El Zero Miedo and Pac versus House of Black. Pac is blindfolded and starts off the match that way. He outwits and outmaneuvers Black before removing the blindfold. He and Penta do diving attacks to the outside before the duo nails a top rope shotgun drop kick to the groin of Black. Brody King hits a massive sledge to Pac, and we go to break. Back from it, Penta hits a DDT while Pac hits a kick to King. Backstabber to Black. Black gets a near fall. Black feeds knee strike to Pac, and a running one downs him for 2. He hits another sliding one for the same result. Pac hits a brainbuster on Pac, and King makes the save. Penta soon takes the big man out on the outside. Penta nails a flipping senton to Brody. Pac sizes Malachi up. Penta hits a thrust kick to Malachi. Pac does the same and tags in Penta. Penta goes for the fear factor, but Pac gets shoved off the top. This gives Malachi the opportunity to black miss Penta. Dante's Inferno is hit 1, 2, and 3. Winner Malachi Black. Adam Cole is with Brandon Cutler. Cole makes clear he is still undefeated in singles competition in AEW. Orange Cassidy didn't beat him. That was a fluke, and his record reflects that. He doesn't get the respect he deserves. Everyone is going to see a new Adam Cole. He's going to beat Evil Uno in 2 weeks' time. Match 3. Nyla Rose with Vicky Guerrero versus Ruby Soho. Before the match, Ruby meets up with Rancid Lars Fredrickson, who is at ringside. Ruby, however, wastes no time in attacking Nyla to ring the bell. Nyla trucks her over, body slam to Soho. A Samoan drop to Soho gets a near fall. Ruby is fighting from underneath for quite a while. Scoop slam and leg drop to Ruby gets Nyla a 2 count. Ruby fights on, but Nyla hits a DVD for another near fall. We cut to break. Back from break, Ruby Soho is just about to get the pinfall on Nyla Rose, but Vicky puts her client's foot under the ropes. Ruby gets ticked and grabs a hold of Vicky. This allows Nyla to hit a neckbreaker to Ruby over the ropes. Ruby goes for Frankensteiner up top, but Rose tries to turn it into an avalanche. Beast Bomb. Ruby escapes that, but she does get caught with a Beast Bomb after a top rope senton for the win. Nyla Rose is your winner. Backstage, the Gun Club confronts Jungle Boy backstage. He fights with the team. He fights with them, and they throw him outside and into the snow as Luchasaurus and Christian Cage come to check on him. Hangman Page joins Tony Schiavone. Page makes clear he doesn't care what kind of match he wants with Lance Archer next week, but is interrupted by Dan Lambert. Jake Roberts tells Hangman he smells fear on Hangman, and Archer says he's sick of talking. The fight breaks out and Lambert tries hitting Hangman with a chair. Hangman sets his sights on Dan, but that allows Archer to attack and hit him with a blackout through the timekeeper table. He gets on the mic and says he's going to be a world champion next week. Chris Jericho makes clear that he was embarrassed by Santana and Ortiz last week. He wants to hear face to face why they did such. He wants a full-on Inner Circle conference next week. You want to know why? Because they're going to split apart from you, Chris Jericho. And I see it next week. They're going to probably give you the middle finger. Main event, MJF versus CM Punk. Obviously, major CM Punk chance. MJF immediately tangles himself in the ropes and it allows Max to rake the eyes. Punk kicks back. MJF goes to tangle himself in the ropes once more, and it allows Punk to hammer away at him. MJF topples out, and the fight goes to the outside. They fight in the crowd, and CM Punk crouches MJF on the stair railing. Punk puts MJF in a slide headlock and punches him back down to ringside. He gets Max in the ring, and CM Punk chants, "Charge up" once more. Punk gets in the offense on Max. Body slams, fan chant one more time. Punk alligates. Punk relaxes like Eddie Guerrero in the corner. He goes for the macho elbow, but Max rolls to the opposite corner. Punk charges at MJF and hits the ring post. MJF stands on the arm of Punk and drops the knee on Punk's wrist. Hey! Sorry, it's my cat. He already got his treats. We head to pick. Back from it. MJF works the arm of Punk as Chicago chants New York sucks. Punk hits a high crossbody onto Max. Right hand to MJF. Float through neck breaker by Punk. He charges at Max in the corner with his knees and running bulldog. Punk signals for the end. Max rolls out and Punk makes him pay by having a fan slap him. Punk gets him back in the ring. Punk climbs up top, but MJF crotches him. He suplexes Punk down and gets a 2 count soon after. Punk hits a Pepsi twist. MJF soon puts Punk in a sleeper, utilizing his wrist tape, and has something under his arm to clinch in tighter. Punk goes to hit a GTS, but MJF locks it back. Okay. It takes some time but soon enough, Punk passes out. He calls for the bell. The referee signals MJF as the winner, but sees the tape and rules that this match will continue. Punk rolls him up for a 2 count. Punk sends MJF pillar to post in the opposite corners. He hits a 20 punch in the corner. Manhattan drop into a lariat. We go into break. Punk and MJF duke it out on the apron. Punk soon tries to do a GTS with one arm, but MJF fights back to the apron. Punk kicks him to the outside. Punk dives onto MJF and it appears his knee is hurting. Fans chant, "Go to sleep." Max kicks Punk's leg back in the ring. MJF hammers at Punk's leg and does a modified clover leaf. Punk turns it into an STF. His left arm hurts too much and he has to bail on the hold. Punk goes to hit a GTS, but Punk's left knee gives out. MJF goes for a roll up and gets the pin count for 2. Pin attempts are traded. This is awesome chance. Whatever. That is not really awesome. You should have chanted "this is awesome" before the pin counts. MJF grabs Punk's leg, but Punk rolls through and sends Max crashing into a barricade. Hard elbows from Punk, but Max thumbs him in the eye. Punk hits a poison Rana. Punk covers 1, 2, and no! CM Punk chants and Punk collapses. MJF goes for the salt of earth, but Punk shoves him off. Max favors his shoulder and quickly attacks Punk. Chop block and hits a pump handle slam for a near fall on Punk. MJF hits a low blow on Punk in the corner, Ric Flair style, and rolls Punk up with his feet on the ropes. 1, 2, and no! We finally go to our final commercial break. CM Punk hits a leg lariat and then his running knee in the corner. MJF bites Punk. Punk bites him from up top. He hits a Pepsi plunge. Holy shit chance. MJF rolls out of the ring once more. Punk back in the ring. MJF goes for the tombstone. Punk reverses for an attempt of his own, but Max rolls up for a pin. Kick out. Punk kicks him and hits the Savage elbow. 1, 2, and kick out. MJF gets out of the ring once more, and a well-dressed Wardlow walks out. Punk stares him down as Wardlow steps over MJF's body to stare eye to eye with Punk. Wardlow walks away to side as Punk watches him carefully. He puts MJF back in the ring. MJF nails Punk with the Dynamite ring. He covers 1, 2, 3. MJF is your winner. Post-match, we find out Wardlow passed MJF the ring as he walked over him. Boo. Alright, guys, this is your AEW Dynamite results. Stay tuned for tomorrow morning where we do our results for Impact. So, anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way, guys, do not miss an upload here in the channel. And I'm out.
Hey, everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy-ass bitch motherfucker.